What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a very weird WWE Aftershock. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, and I'm here with
Chris.
Are you feeling weird, or are you just feeling normal?
I'm feeling fucking ecstatic.
Yeah. This is gonna be the last.
Man, look how bland we are.
Yeah. This is gonna be the last WWE Aftershock before WrestleMania. Because we just don't have another chance to do another one. WrestleMania is literally tomorrow. And unless we get up at like early in the morning, we can't do another one. But we're not doing that. So this is gonna be the last one. And Chris and I had a busy week this week. I had family over and I had other appointments I had to do this week. So today we're just gonna do predictions for NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania itself. Just because of the fact that trying to review the shows and everything like that, I think by the time you'd see this, it would be like right after WrestleMania because it takes a while for the video to render and everything like that. So that's probably the next time. We're just going to do predictions. I know SmackDown hasn't happened yet, so we're doing this prematurely, but I really don't think anything's going to happen between SmackDown and Mania that can really change our minds about what's going to happen. Unless, like, someone gets injured tonight or, like, something weird happens, then, obviously our opinions could change, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I asked you this like a week ago, I think. Maybe 2 weeks ago. It's been so long, but what's your excitement level for WrestleMania weekend?
That's my excitement level. Man. It's, I would have to say it's a fucking 10 now.
Yeah, definitely.
If it's anything less than a 10, you're not a human.
Yeah. It might be a little less because I've been busy this week, so I've been like more tired. But once like tomorrow, I think once tonight hits, I'll be like way more excited because I'll be watching SmackDown and the Hall of Fame tonight. So, yeah, I'm excited for it though. Mania itself, I think, is the show I'm most excited for. I'm decently excited for Stand and Deliver. Not as excited about that one. I don't think the shows have been very exciting. I think we're going to get a very similar thing that happened last year, though. If you remember, all of the shows leading to Stand and Deliver for the most part were like shit, and then the actual show itself like blew us away. I don't think we're at that point with this show, at least. I feel like the shows were better this time around going on.
Oh yeah,
but I feel like the show is going to really blow us away. It sucks because I have to go get my tux fitted for my sister's wedding, so I'm probably going to miss the match I really want to see the most, which really sucks. Because it's a match I've been looking forward to since really August, because that's when they started building that feud up and everything like that. But we'll talk about it. But yeah, both nights of Mania I'm excited for. After we get off doing this, I'm going to sit down and watch like the Pat McAfee show and all that stuff. What's been cool is like you've been able to like kind of experience WWE World / Fan Access more so than like other years because they're actually like producing this stuff. Like yesterday, I watched the WWE 2K24 show showdown mode with that was hosted by Tyler Breeze and Xavier Woods and stuff, which was really funny. I mean, an embarrassing moment that happened. I think I told you about it on that show. Yeah. Someone lost in like less than 30 seconds of the figure four. It was really hilarious. Yeah, it was bad. That was cool. I got to we got to watch the bump and stuff like that at WrestleMania World. Not WrestleMania World, WWE World. The Pat McAfee show will be fun because Michael Cole's hosting it with him, which will be fun. And then the WWE I don't even know what it's called. It's like the kickoff. It's I don't think it's a kickoff. It's like the I don't know what it is, but it's like it's basically like the press event they're going to be doing at WWE World. So I almost keep wanting to call it WrestleMania World, but it's not WrestleMania World.
WrestleMania World, baby.
And then we're gonna get we're gonna get SmackDown. Like it's just gonna be a crazy time today. So it's like what's going on? Just what is going on?
Just fucking crazy shit.
Yeah. But yeah, let's just start doing some predictions. Now we're officially saying because we haven't confirmed this yet. I'm officially the champion of of the predictions league. Obviously, I mentioned before that like there was some controversy because we had a tie with what happened before. But we're just gonna essentially say I'm the champion because I actually did end up beating Chris in the predictions, and Chris, I beat both Chris's, Christopher Watts and the you. So that's awesome. Um, yeah, we're gonna be when I do all these predictions, I'm gonna go first each time because we don't want Chris making a mistake where he makes all his picks first and I just end up
Like
tying with him.
Steven.
Yeah, we don't want that happening. So let me just get the card up for NXT Stand and Deliver. We'll do some like preview for this since like some of the matches are new and we haven't talked about them in a little bit. So
Daddy's sad.
um,
A little bit sad tomorrow.
why?
Stand and deliver.
Yeah. But yeah, let's just start talking about these matches. Overall, I'm like I said, pretty excited for this show. It sucks because the match I think I want to see the most is going to be the match I can't watch until like after WrestleMania, but whatever. But yeah, let's just start talking about it. This show's really taking shape. We have 7 matches on the card, which I'm kind of surprised they're doing this many matches. I kind of figured like they would do 6, but they're doing 7. We'll just get right into it though. We'll start with the pre-show. Don't know why this is the pre-show match, but it is. It's Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy. They've been building up this feud the past couple of weeks. They had the bit this week where Shawn Spears took out Joe Gacy, hit him in the back with the chair. It'll be interesting. I kind of didn't think this match was going to end up happening because obviously Joe Gacy legitimately got injured on NXT this past week, where the match had to be stopped and everything like that. But it seems like he's ready to go for this episode, for this show. Or they could do like an angle where he just gets taken out backstage and then the match gets called off and someone else comes in and replaces him. But we're gonna do the predictions of how it is. But yeah, I think Shawn Spears wins this. He's still very early into his return to WWE. I think they just need to have him just get a lot of wins and stuff like that. I feel like this match should be on the main show. There's a certain match that should be on the pre-show that's actually on the main show that I think should be flipped, but we'll talk about that later. It's just really odd that this is the pre-show match, but I think Shawn Spears wins. I think I see this feud continuing afterwards too, so I think it makes sense for him to get the first win. Plus, he's still early in his return. I don't really see a reason for him to lose right now. So, what do you think's going to happen? Who do you think's winning this, Shawn Spears or Joe Gacy?
Shawn Spears. The run that Spears is on right now has been pretty fucking good, and I think it's going to continue.
There you go. Then we have the match that's actually on the show that should be on the pre-show. It's we have a 6-woman tag. We have Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dame. I don't get why this match isn't the pre-show match. It doesn't really make sense. I know this feud's been going on between Thea Hale and JC Jane for a while, but I just don't understand what this match should be the pre-show match. Like they should flip, and Shawn Spears and Joe Gacy should be the main show, but it's just not going to happen that way. This feud's been really bad, but it looks like it's going to finally culminate. As for who I think will win this, I think it's going to be the faces. Just because they've been building to the storyline where Thea Hale is going to finally get her ultimate revenge on JC Jane, and I think what's going to happen, she's going to end up putting her into the Kimura and tapping her out. So for the tiebreak, we're gonna predict who takes the fall. I think the faces win, and I think JC Jane's going to end up being the person that takes the fall in the match. What do you think's going to happen here?
I think Team Thea is going to win, and I think it's going to be Kiana James.
Okay, there you go. Then we have the NXT Tag Team Title match. We have the Wolf Dogs defending against Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Obviously, Axiom and Nathan Frazier won the tournament to get to this match. Not the right team I would have gone with, but we're here now, so we can't really change it. I think another team should have been here, but we're here now. I think the match, regardless, is going to be really good, especially to with how good Axiom and Nathan Frazier are. Now, what's probably going to happen is I think Axiom and Nathan Frazier are going to win, just because Blonde Breaker's days in NXT I think are numbered since he's been on the main roster pretty much, and I think after WrestleMania I think he's gonna basically be fully on the main roster. I don't think he'll be on NXT much anymore. I'm gonna go on a limb though. I'm gonna go something different though. I think it's gonna be the Wolf Dogs are gonna retain their championships. I actually I don't really see a reason to take the titles off them right now, especially at the expense of Axiom and Nathan Frazier. I just don't think they're the team to take the titles off them. I could see something happening where they retain and either the Good Brothers or another team comes in and just beats them on NXT. Like the next episode, and they lose the belts there, just because I don't really see a reason for the Wolf Dogs to lose the belts to Axiom and Nathan Frazier. It just doesn't feel like the team to do it. So I think the Wolf Dogs will win, and I think the team that would take the fall, I think it's going to be Nathan Frazier getting pinned in this match. I think he's going to get hit with the end of days and he'll lose. What do you think's going to happen here? Who do you think wins and who do you think takes the pin?
I think Wolfies are going to win. Those Wolf Dogs. And I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Axiom.
Okay.
It's gonna be Axiom. So it can't be the fucking.
Yeah. So then we have the North American Championship match. We have Oba Femi defending against Dijak and Josh Briggs. This match I think is gonna be hard hitting. I really just wish they did Dijak versus Oba Femi. I really don't think there's really a need for Josh Briggs to be here. He's just kind of there. Like it feels like that the money match would have been. Dijak and Oba Femi, but that doesn't look like that's happening. As for I think will win, I think Oba Femi's going to win. I think he's doing really good stuff with the title. I think the big story is going to be he's going to just run through opponents, and eventually someone's going to come in and like beat him, whether that's like an underdog or whether that's like going to be like a big monster or something. I think he's just going to, or he could do the thing they did a few years ago where because they did like a face off recently with like him and Dragunov, where he gets the NXT, they do like a title for title match, and he vacates the North American title, so that way he doesn't have to lose that. But whatever. I think Oba Femi wins, though. I think he's just going to keep running through opponents, and I think the person that takes the pin is going to be Josh Briggs. I think that's the only reason he's at this match, is just so he can take the pin, because I don't see Dijak could take the pin, but I just don't see a reason for him to. I think they could have Josh Briggs take the pin. I feel like they're going to do something really stupid here, where like Brooks Jensen shows back up and turns heel and costs him the match, which I hope they don't do that. But it's Shawn Michaels; he can't help himself; he has to do that, which is weird because he already broke up the tag team. What are you trying to prove here? You just like they're already broken up.
Exactly.
But whatever. But anyhow, I think it's going to be Oba Femi with Josh Briggs taking the fall. What do you think's going to happen?
Oba Femi winning. I'm going to say Dijak.
Okay. And then we have the NXT Women's Championship match. We have Lyra Valkyria defending against Roxanne Perez. We really don't need to go into anymore why this feud's bad. It gets worse by the week. And Roxanne's heel turn gets worse by the week. And it's going to stay that way because reports came out this week that officials backstage are really happy with how her heel turn's going. I don't know who's thinking that, but that's well, let's be real. We know who's thinking that. Shawn Michaels is loving this heel turn right now. He's just loving it. He's like, yeah, I'm seeing reports though that like they want to call up Roxanne Perez. Like they basically just at a moment's notice are ready for her to be called up. But I don't think that's going to happen. I feel like Roxanne Perez is going to win the match here and become the new champion. Just because, we don't want to make the same mistake we made with Cora Jade where her hair one. I mean, Roxanne with her one's going to flop regardless, but it's going to flop worse if she doesn't win the match here. So, what do you think's going to happen here?
Yeah. I think Roxy's going to win. Absolutely. It's just going to be really weird with her as a heel, but I just don't think it's going to work in the end.
Yeah, it's not. I guarantee you, like we said, once she goes to the main roster, she'll be a baby face too. By the way, new music. Do you think new music? By the way, because I feel like it's probably time for.
I think so. Because a lot of superstars in the main roster are getting new music. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how she's gonna win. But I think this is going to be hilarious because the big story in the match is Roxanne Perez is like saying, "Oh, Lyra Valkyria is going to have to learn how to bounce back now once she loses the belt." I guarantee you, once she loses the belt, she's going to the main roster. She's going to bounce back really damn great after this. So,
yeah,
but whatever. Then we have the NXT Championship match. We have Ilya Dragunov defending against Tony D'Angelo. This feud's been really weird. It hasn't been very good. Well, I should say it hasn't been bad, but it's been very weird. It's weird because Dragunov hasn't been there most weeks. Everything's like been pre-taped. I think
everything's been pre-taped. It's just very weird.
Yeah, and like I feel like Dragunov is kind of looking bad in this feud. But whatever. I feel like Tony D's probably will win it, but I don't want him to. I feel like he's just not the guy to beat Dragunov for the belt. I feel like Dragunov should retain. Because there's just no reason. I just don't think there's a reason for Tony D to hold the belt right now. Like he just doesn't feel like the guy to beat Dragunov, and I feel like he's been playing so much mind games with Dragunov. I feel like Dragunov it kind of needs to win this. I mean, it really doesn't matter because I feel like once he loses the title, he's losing in the main roster. But I just don't want to see Tony D be the guy to beat him for the belt. I feel like it won't go well. It probably will go over well because it's in Philly, so he'll get a big pop. But I just think once it translates to TV, it just won't really work. His gimmick right now is really not working either. I don't know if he's a face. I don't know if he's a heel. And it's just been really awkward. But who do you think wins this match?
I still think it's gonna be Dragunov. There's no reason for him to lose at all.
Yeah, definitely. Especially too, like I don't know what you do with Tony D once he loses, but I was kind of thinking about this week. I think he'll be one of the gimmicks that will struggle to get over on the main roster, just because it's not a gimmick that Triple H would really book. Not that he wouldn't understand it, but I think it won't get over because Triple H doesn't book gimmicks like this pretty much. It's gonna be very odd, I think. But whatever. Plus, I don't think he's going to the main roster anytime soon because I don't think he'll go by himself. I don't think Crucifino and Stacks are ready to be on the main roster either. So, and they can't be that themselves. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Then we have the main event. We have Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. I don't know why they didn't add a stipulation to this. They did say the ref's going to be leading in the rules, but I think they should have just done like a street fight or an unsanctioned match. It's just really odd they didn't do like that type of match, but whatever. This could go either way, but I think it's going to be Trick Williams winning. And I think this is going to be Carmelo Hayes' send-off of NXT. I think he's going to go into the main roster. I don't know what he'll do on the main roster once he gets there. Like if he'll just go, because obviously he's doing really well as a heel, but I could see him just going back to being a babyface, like he was doing before when he was on the main roster and joining up with Bobby Lashley in the Street Profits because they teased that a while ago. Or I could see them just being by himself or whatever. But I think that's going to be it for Carmelo Hayes, and I feel like better to have him get sent off with a loss. To putting over Trick Williams and everything like that. And that's why I don't think Dragunov is going to go on the main roster, because then you lose two of your big stars with Carmelo and Dragunov, and they don't have like a good replacement right now that could replace both of them, but I think only just one of them could be replaced. So that's why I think, Trick Williams wins, and, whatever happens with Carmelo Hayes afterwards would be fine, but who do you think's winning this match?
Trick.
Yeah,
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Absolutely.
Yeah. They could do something though, like continue this feud and take the DIY approach, where like they do this for a while. But I just don't see a reason to continue the feud. But we'll see. But that's our predictions for Stand and Deliver. Looking forward to it. But yeah, let's go to WrestleMania now. The big boy right here. It's big boy. We have a lot of matches announced. We went through them, but we're going to talk about them again. We both cards are officially announced, so that's going to be fun. Now, even though I could technically lose the championship here, I'm still going to go first for each prediction, just because of the fact that
you're the current champion.
Yeah, we don't want we don't want you making mistakes here. So let's just get started with this. All right, so we have the first match that we're going to be talking about. We have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dirty Dom. This was made last week. I'm glad they did this tag match here because there's a lot of storylines here because Dragon Lee's been in the mix with these feud because he's feuded with both of these people by himself and everything like that. And he's in the LWO now, which I think is a great decision.
Fantastic decision.
Yeah. As for I think we'll win this, I think this is going to be the point where LWO finally gets their ultimate revenge on Santos Escobar and Dirty Dom, and I think Ray and Dragon are going to win, and I think Dom takes the pin. I think Dom is in a position right now where he can just lose and it doesn't really hurt his stock because he's such a big heel and everything like that. So I think Ray and Dragon Lee win, and Dominic Mysterio is going to be the one that takes the fall in this match. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think the LWO finally get their big win at WrestleMania. And I think Santos eats the pin.
Oh,
because,
okay. Figured you would have picked Dom because you would want him to.
Well, fuck him. He's a little piece of shit. But yeah, I feel like it's Santos because Ray got his revenge on shitty son last year.
Oh, okay. I think you would have. Good for you for what you buy. I think you would have picked Dom to take the pin because you hate him.
I think as much of a piece of shit as Dom is, I think Santos is equally as big as a piece of shit.
If you had to pick between the two, who's a
Oh, Dom easily. It's not even fucking close.
So there you go. I mean, let's be real though. Ray's still gonna get some type of revenge again on Dom anyway. So let's not.
Oh, he's gonna kick Dom's ass.
Yeah. So
he better pull the fucking belt out again. Kid needs it. Fucking discipline. Apparently, last year him spanking his ass on live pay-per-view didn't make a difference.
No, it didn't.
He needs to be spiking. He needs to bring out Spike and use Spike instead.
Yeah. But we have other stuff on the show we have to talk about. We have a 6-woman tag team match. We have Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control, represented by Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Great choice, I think, to book this match because it's going to be Jade's first match, and this gets Bianca on the show. And, just in case, it's probably best to have Jade just be, heading in a 6-woman tag and everything like that, in case her training's still not up to par and everything like that. So that's kind of good. And then, obviously, Asuka is just coming off an injury, so it probably works out better to hide her in a 6-woman tag. And Dakota Kai, is still fresh off her injury, so it makes sense to hide them in a 6-woman tag. And this gets everybody on the show. That's what I think will win this. I think the faces are going to win. It's Jade Cargill's first match in the WWE officially, because I know she was in the Rumble, but some people don't count that as a match. But this is her first time she's going to be in between the worlds for a long amount of time. And I think, Jade Cargill's team will win. Just to, they've been hyping her up as a big sign. It would look really weird if she lost, unless she turns heel. But I don't think that's going to happen. But then, who I think will take the pin, I think it's going to be Dakota Kai. I don't think it will hurt her too much to get pinned because she just recently came back and everything like that. I don't think that would be that bad of a thing. So I think it's going to be the faces with Dakota Kai taking the fall. What do you think is going to happen here?
Yeah. I said, yeah. Jade's team is gonna win, and Dakota's gonna eat the pin.
Okay. Then we have, you got this right, by the way. You said it was gonna be on night 1, and you ended up being correct. It's the Battle of the Brothers, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. I almost mixed up their names. I almost mixed up Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso's first names together. I don't know how that happened, but it didn't actually happen. I caught myself before it actually happened. I don't know.
It would be Jamie.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell I did that, but I don't know what.
Jamie Uso.
Yeah, but I kind of wish they went for a stipulation for this match, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Which makes me think this might be a rematch at Backlash or something.
Where it just doesn't feel like it gets lost in the shuffle type of thing.
Yeah, this was really
because at Backlash it'll be more.
Yeah,
it could be the main event.
Yeah, this is really a tough one to decide who wins though, just because if they do a rematch, Jimmy should probably win the first match, but then it's I feel like they've been building this for so long. I think Jay needs to win. And I'm gonna go with the latter pick. I think Jey Uso is gonna win this match. They could always do something where he wins and then Jimmy just beats the crap out of him on Raw the next night or whatever, where they have to do a rematch.
Oh yeah. And if they don't do any shenanigans in the match, that could be a way for Big Keish to get involved.
Yeah. So I say Jey Uso wins. I think it's gonna bleed over anyways into night 2, which we'll talk about later. But I think Jey Uso is gonna get the win. It would be a good feel-good moment, and they could do something the next night where Jimmy gets his heat back and everything
I think this is far from over.
Yeah. Well, who do you
with
think
regardless of who wins.
Yeah. Who do you think wins the first big match in the feud?
Oh, come on. It's got to be main event Jey Uso.
Yeah. There you go.
He ain't main event for no reason.
Well, he's never on main event though.
He doesn't have to be because he is fucking main event Jey
Okay.
Uso. You see that guy in the fucking pandemic? He was main event every goddamn week. He's main event Jey Uso.
Yes, he is. But he's not on the main event show every week though. The TV
No,
show.
fuck main event. Fuck main event. He's main event Jey Uso because he's in the main event every week.
Okay. Then we have the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. We have there's a lot of people we have to mention here. We have Finn Balor and Damian Priest defending the tag titles against DIY, The Awesome Truth, The New Day, A-Town Down Under, and the New Catch Republic. Obviously, we're seeing...
That's not fair. Regeneration X?
Yeah, they're all in this match. Yeah, but they're not together in this match, though. So, they're separate teams in this match. So, they'll probably do something together in the match, though. Yeah, also, too, we did see reports recently that it doesn't look like A-Town Down Under are going to be in the match. It looks like they're going to be replaced. However, though, since at the moment they're in the match, we'll just predict as if they're going to be in it the whole time.
Yeah, you can't really predict for who else is going to be in it.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of hope they don't take them out though, just because I feel like they deserve at least.
Yeah, because I don't want Pretty Deadly in it either.
Yeah, so I kind of hope they.
Because that's the team that's going to go in.
Yeah, so I'd rather have that. I'd rather have them in it because they've been in like a lot of big moments and they can do a lot of good stuff in the match. Like I feel like Grayson Waller's gonna like do some type of like out like he did at Stand and Deliver a couple years ago when he with the elbow drop. I think he's gonna. I'd like to see him do that again and everything. But
I'm also hearing too that you have to grab both titles. So they're thinking they might split up the tag titles.
But we're only picking one winner though, because then if they don't do that, then we're not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's just a rumor at this point. That
I really hope they don't do that because that'd be really stupid. But
at the same time, like it gives more teams a chance to fight for the tag titles.
I would prefer if they split them up another way. I feel like doing it in a ladder match like this would be just really stupid. Like then there's two winners, and then it's just like it's just really dumb. But whatever, we'll see what happens. As for I think will win the match ultimately, if you had asked me a few months ago, I would have said Awesome Truth, just because of the storyline they've been doing with Loud Truth and the Judgment Day. But I feel like they've kind of moved away from that recently. I feel like they could still do it, but it won't feel as like impactful.
Last week says otherwise.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say DIY wins. I think DIY become the new tag champions. And I think it's the first WrestleMania that they've had. They've been in the WWE since for like 9 years, and I think it'd be awesome if they, first Mania they win the tag titles in the very same match stipulation where they broke up the first time and everything like that. So I think DIY should get the win here. It's either them, Judgment Day retaining, or Awesome Truth I could see winning. I don't see the New Day winning. I don't see A-Town Down Under winning. I don't see like New Catch Republic would be cool, but I don't think they're gonna win. But who do you think will ultimately win? Don't do any of this bullshit splitting titles up or anything like that.
Regeneration X, baby.
Well, what's members that? That's the whole group. You can only pick one team.
Awesome Truth, baby.
All right, Awesome Truth.
I do think that if they do split them up in this match, I do think that Regeneration X would be the ones walking out. Yeah, but I mean, they might not just split them up anyway, and it could just be a rumor. But
I feel like if
Samantha Irvin says that both titles need to be pulled down, then we know they're splitting them up. Yeah.
The way I could see them getting split up is like R-Truth will grab one of the titles, and like he's gonna get confused and not realize he has to grab both of them. So that's how they're probably gonna end up. Like he'll grab the Raw or SmackDown ones, and then that's how they do it. But we'll see. I would prefer
go back to actually having names too.
Yeah. They'll probably do once they split them up too. I don't see them keeping the name the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles.
No, I definitely won't. They definitely went away from that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go away from that. I would prefer just to do a draft, and then they just say like, hey, whatever titles go to whatever tag team champions go to Raw, they have to vacate the SmackDown ones and just put them on SmackDown, so that way it's less confusion. I would prefer they do it that way, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Then we have another match. It's the Intercontinental Championship match. It's Walter. See, I didn't do it this time. Defending the belt against.
Right there, it says it.
Nope, not doing that. But he's defending the belt against Sami Zayn. This match is going to be spectacular. The storyline they've been doing has been really good. With Sami and everything like that, I really liked it. As for I think wins, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't think Sami is going to end up taking the title from him. I know they've been doing this thing this week where like he's been struggling, but I don't think this is going to be the moment Walter loses the belt. I think Walter's going to keep the title because I feel like we're going to get a lot of title changes on this show. I think this is going to be one of them where the title's retained. I think Walter retains the belt. I could see Sami winning, but I don't think it would hurt him too much to lose because his whole character is that he's an underdog. And I could see something happen when where Chad Gable's still the guy that beats Walter for the belt. And they do something where like Chad Gable sticks up for him or something. I just don't see a path where Walter loses the title here. I don't think he's going to hold the belt much longer. I think he's at least going to make it to Clash at the Castle. I don't think he'll make it to the next, the one that they're doing in Germany. I don't remember what the name of that pay-per-view is, but
SummerSlam, I think.
It's after SummerSlam. It's like that. Yeah, I think Walter retains the belt. What do you think?
I was really going back and forth on this because it's again like it makes sense for both guys to win. Yeah. There's really no. It's not like some of these matches where it's like, he's obviously winning, but like, I'm gonna go on a limb and say Sami wins.
Okay.
I feel like it's for Gunther, he needs to lose it on a big stage, and I think this being the granddaddy of them all. This is the biggest fucking pay-per-view of the year. I think now is the time. He's been a phenomenal, outstanding champion. And if he doesn't, and Sami ends up losing, like you said, Owen, I can see him going to all the way to Germany.
Yeah.
Or a Clash of the Castle.
Yeah. I before like this week, I was thinking Sami wins because then like I think it's time to move Walter up anyways to the main event status. But I don't know. I just don't. The thing I feel too is that if Sami wins, Chad Gable's going to turn heel. So I feel like it's a better out if like Walter retains.
But it's also looking like he's going to anyway.
Yeah. They could do
just by the looks of it.
They have already made feud for him too, because Sami Zayn can feud with Bronson Reed since he beat him a few weeks ago. Like that could be his first feud. So there's a lot of directions they can take with this, but I'm just gonna go Walter retains. I think I could see something happening where like Sami still pulls out all the shots and still doesn't quite get the win and everything like that. Then we have the Women's World Championship match. It's Rhea Ripley defending against Becky Lynch. Been going back and forth also with this one because it really could go either way. I've been thinking Rhea retains just because there's still a lot she can do with the title, but I feel like if she retains, we're just going to kind of get the same stuff. I think we need to like freshen up the women's division, at least on Raw anyways. So I think Becky Lynch should win the belt. Plus, I don't think I booked like a feel-good moment really to happen on night one. I feel like, a feel-good moment needs to happen on night one. I think Becky should win the belt and carry it for a little bit. They could keep this going too. But I think Becky should win the Women's World Championship. I think she's been kind of a little bit in the mid card for a little bit, kind of doing other stuff. So I think it's time for Becky Lynch to get that title. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Rhea. And again, if Gunther ends up winning, then the feel good story would be Becky winning.
Yeah,
but. Is Sami winning would be the feel-good story for night one. But yeah, like, I mean, again, this is back and forth. I love Becky. I love Rhea. It's really tough. but in the end, I think it's going to be Rhea.
Then we have the main event of night one. It's the tag match, the Bloodline, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. And there's a stipulation where, there's two steps actually. If Rhodes and Rollins win, all the members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during the main event of night two. But if Rock and Roman wins, the match will be held under Bloodline rules, which we see what Bloodline rules now is pretty much after Seth and Solo what happened on Raw. It's basically just no DQ and all that type of stuff. I guarantee you they'll be ramped up a little bit more than they were on Raw this week, but if that happens anyways. Now, even though they did the thing on Raw at the end where The Rock and Roman beat down Cody and Seth, I think I think it's best for everybody if The Rock and Roman Reigns win night one, just because I feel like, there's going to be more stakes and there'll be, more, there's more things you can do if night two is Bloodline rules and everything like that. And I think the easiest way to get out of that is if you have Drew McIntyre interfere in the match and cost them the match, where he lays out Seth Rollins and, he ends up helping the Bloodline. They kind of do the stuff they've been doing where, he's kind of accidentally helping the Bloodline by looking out for himself. And you could also, that's a match you could build too. I think you just need to go in there with on night two of main event where Cody Rhodes just has a stack against him. It could still work, obviously, if you do no interference, but then there's that worry in there where, like, Cody might not win. Because, like we talked about before, I think whoever wins night one isn't winning night two. And I think it's best for everybody. Plus, The Rock's going to be at night two anyways. So, I think The Rock and Roman win night one via Drew McIntyre interference with Seth taking the fall. What do you think's going to happen here?
Same exact thing. I think Bloodline wins. Seth takes the fall. I don't think either. In either way, with Seth and Cody winning night one, I don't think Roman eats the pin. I think it's The Rock.
Yeah,
and Cody kind of gets his revenge on The Rock. But I think ultimately Seth is the fall guy.
Yeah,
because it doesn't hurt him.
Yes.
Be the fall guy. Plus, I think he's losing night two. So.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think there's a lot of ways it can go. I think the best route is night one, the heels win because
the heels need to win for it to be. I want, like I said, before in our last video, I want this to be the fucking most overbooked clusterfucky of a match we've ever seen.
Yeah, and I feel like that.
I think that's what's going to make it awesome.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. We've seen. I feel like too, because last year we'll just get the same match again with like Roman and Cody.
We don't need the same match again.
Yeah,
like we've already seen their one-on-one encounter. We don't need to see it again.
Yeah. And again,
and we speculated too. Like if the faces win, Cody's not winning 2 nights in a row.
Yeah. So
they are not having Roman have 2 L's in one weekend. That's not happening.
Yeah. So I feel like we'll talk about it, but for the sake of the company, it's for the best bet for the heels to win night one in a way. So
yes. And the trope they've gone away from in the Vince era, if you stand tall in the go home, you don't necessarily win.
Yeah.
In the Vince era, if someone stood tall in the go home show, it was a guarantee they weren't winning.
Right.
Like if a champion was to lay out their challenger before a pay-per-view, and we looked at it like, oh shit, okay, new champion then I guess.
Yeah.
He just almost Vince almost gave away he was gonna win every time because it was a trope that he had for fucking 40 years.
Definitely, yeah. All right, so let's focus on night 2 now. We got some good stuff on night 2. We have the first one. It's the 6-man tag team Philadelphia Street Fight. It's Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits will make up the Pride, even though they haven't been called that name yet. But
I literally just saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, when the fuck were they called the Pride?
They have never said that on TV though, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Fuck?
But they're facing the Final Testament. Like, again, it's a Philadelphia street fight. I think this match will be like really good. I don't know how long.
Yeah, because it needs to be a fucking it needed to have a stipulation because it was getting stale.
Yeah, I think this match will be like really good. I think the Pride, I guess that's their name. I think they ultimately win. I think they've been getting laid out every week. And I think, it will be a good way for them to finally get a victory and everything like that. That's who I think who takes the pin. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Karrion Kross, which is going to really hurt him badly. But I just don't see the Final Testament winning. And I feel like, because I feel like no matter what, whether the Final Testament win or lose, Karrion Kross is just not getting over. So why not just have him lose? Like, I don't think it's going to change his status with the crowd and everything like that. So I think the Pride win. What do you think?
I think the Hurt Business is going to win. That's such a better name than the fucking Pride.
Yeah.
I feel like regardless, I think it's Karrion Kross. Like, I agree with you on that one. Like, he's not over it. He's never gonna get over. No one cares about him. No matter how spooky you make him, no matter how he's fucking bald or he has fucking hair or he talks creepy. No one's gonna give a fuck about him. And that's, in a way, it's kind of sad because he's extremely talented.
He is.
And it's just, no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
No amount of Triple H saving him and making him with hair, like he was in NXT, doesn't fucking matter because Vince did so much damage to him. No one fucking cares.
Yeah, I agree. Then we have the triple threat match for the United States Championship. It's Logan Paul defending against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I see Logan Paul sneaking out with a win here. If he hadn't, because of his new contract at SummerSlam being in Cleveland and everything like that, I think he's going to keep
the same way.
I think he's keeping the belt. That's why I think they held off the LA Knight match, because I think, they didn't want to have LA Knight have every loss and everything like that. I think they're going to do a bit where, like, he causes Kevin Owens and Randy Orton to fight with each other so much that, like, and, like, I see, like, his, the people in, like, his podcast getting involved and everything like that. I think, like, it's going to ultimately lead to him winning, and I think who takes the pin. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens that takes the pin. What do you think?
The same thing. With it being in Cleveland, coming up.
Yeah, SummerSlam.
For SummerSlam. It's in Cleveland. Logan's hometown. I think that there is a next to 0% chance that Logan will lose. Yeah. And I think Kevin Owens is taking the pin because, again, it's not going to be Randy.
Yeah. Then we have LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Putting into this feud, the match I think will be good at Mania. I feel it's gonna be like one of those sleeper matches because like it's been so lost in the shuffle with everything else going on.
They've actually been doing low key some really good shit.
Yeah, I just think it's been lost in the shuffle because like there's been so much other stuff going on like anytime they're on the show and everything like that. But it's been it's been good stuff. As for I think wins this. Even though I think this feud is going to continue, I think LA Knight's going to win because it's his first Mania, and I think he should get a win on his first WrestleMania. I don't think he'll lose steam because he'll still be over regardless, but I think his stock will go down a little bit if he doesn't get his first win at Mania because they could always do something where AJ Styles just lays him out again on SmackDown because I think this will continue in the Backlash. So I think LA Knight beats AJ Styles because it's like his first Mania and everything like that, and that's just what I think is going to happen. What do you think?
I think so too. It's very possible AJ could win, but since it's LA Knight's first match at WrestleMania, his first WrestleMania match, I'm going to pick LA Knight.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just the right way to go. Like I said this in our chat, this could be an underrated sleeper match for WrestleMania.
Right. It depends.
Like they just had another altercation today.
It depends.
it's getting this is the set will ramp it up now, and I think it's going to get very. I think it's going to be a very like brawly type of match.
I feel like it depends on where it falls on the show. If it goes on like after like a really hot match, it could struggle. But like I feel like if it's like one of the first matches on the card or something like that, or like maybe third match on the card, I feel like it can't follow. If it's before the main event, I would kind of worry about it a little bit. But like it has to go on like early enough on the card, and like it can't go on like after.
It has
the
to go on
event.
first.
Yeah,
I think the match that would go on maybe before is the Philadelphia Street Fight.
Yeah.
Just to get the crowd, because the crowd's not going to be dead for that main event, even remotely.
No.
Even if you put a fucking ladder match on before it, but like,
especially too because the entrances,
it won't matter. Like the crowd's going to be so hot for that match.
Especially because the entrances for the main event is going to go so long because of Roman's entrance and Cody's entrance. So like,
they're getting fucking special entrances. We might see the Cody Vader again.
Yeah. Then we have the women's championship match. We have Io Sky defending against Bayley. I think Bayley becomes the new women's champion. I think it's finally time for her to get the belt. She's doing really well as a babyface, and there's no reason for Io Sky to keep the title. I feel like the storyline's just not going in that direction. So I think Bayley wins. I feel like too after this, they can continue this feud to like Backlash and all that type of stuff. I just Bayley's babyface one will take like a big hit if she doesn't get walk out with the title. So what do you think?
Bayley for sure. They've built it up this entire time. 1,000%. I think Bayley's winning. Especially
too with Sasha Banks going to AEW. I feel like they'll want to keep Bayley happy and have her get a big WrestleMania moment and everything like that. So I think it's for the best for everyone involved if Bayley wins and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if Bayley loses, Sasha Banks will get in her ear and be like, "Well, why don't you come over here? You'll get a big moment over here and everything like that." So, I hate to say that, but that will happen too if Bayley doesn't win at Mania. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But.
Would she listen to her? Probably not.
Well, they are friends, so we'll see. If Sasha Banks hadn't gone to AEW and was gonna come back, Bayley definitely would be winning. But obviously, I still think Bayley could still win. But obviously, it's gonna depend.
I think Bayley's too loyal to a fault.
Yeah, definitely. Then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match. It's Seth Rollins defending against Drew McIntyre. I think it's time for Drew to finally win. He's doing really good work character-wise and everything like that, and he's just doing such fantastic work. I know they have the whole thing that CM Punk's on commentary and everything like that, so he could cost him the match. But if I was booking this match, I'd book it Shawn and Brett from '97, where CM Punk accidentally cost Seth the match, and that could just cause a lot of stuff. And CM Punk actually helps Drew win. That would be really cool. Cause I feel like regardless, even the CM Punk element, I think after this match, Seth is going to take some time off to heal up his injuries and everything like that. I know he was kind of out for a while anyways with his injuries, but he still got the back. He's got to get done and everything like that. So I think this is going to be the last. I don't think Seth will take an extended break. I think he'll be back maybe around SummerSlam, maybe Clash of the Castle times, because that's a big show for them. But I think Drew's just doing such great work right now. He deserves to win the title and everything like that. Especially too, you want to think long term, him versus Punk for the belt when he comes back would just be awesome. So I think Drew McIntyre should win the title because he's just doing such great work right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. I think Drew's winning just because it's fucking time.
Yeah, definitely.
Seth's been a great champion, a great first champion.
Yeah, it's
I just think it's time for Drew to win and to keep him happy.
Definitely. Because even though he hasn't signed his contract yet, he'll have an extension. But I think it depends. He's definitely not re-signing if he loses. I would say that's a pretty safe bet. I know they have the whole thing because I kind of forget about it, the Money in the Bank thing. I still think I really don't know what's going to happen when it comes to Damian Priest's Money in the Bank, because I was thinking I was thinking Drew could win and Damian Priest cash in on him to take away his moment, but it's like, then what happens then? Because Drew's full on heel now, so it's like I just don't. I still don't see a path for Damian Priest to cash in his briefcase before it's up, because it's up by Money in the Bank. I still think the path for him would be the NXT title. Come out the episode after NXT. And that's why I think Dragunov should say champion, because Dragunov would be a perfect person for him to cash in on and everything like that.
It would be,
but I regardless though, I didn't make this prediction. I don't think he'll cash in though at Stand and Deliver, just because he'll still. I don't see him having the tag titles and whatever title he cashes in on at the same time. It would just be weird.
Yeah.
But whatever. So I think, but I think Drew wins. I feel like he's gonna get his run. I don't know what will happen with Damian Priest, but we'll have to wait and see. Which leads us to the main event of night 2. We have Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. We don't know what type of match it'll be yet. If it's gonna be Bloodline rules, if it's gonna be just a regular match. We're hoping for Bloodline rules. I said this last year that Cody needs to win, but this year, I mean it this year. Like, I know he said last year he's got to finish the story and everything like that, but this year is like a must. He needs to like finish the story. It will be really bad for like all sorts of reasons that we've mentioned like before. Like if Cody does not finish his story like this year, he just signed a new contract. The whole storyline's basically been set up for Cody to win this time around. I just don't know what Roman Reigns can do as champion. I remember how stale the Bloodline storyline was, getting with him as like champion and everything like that. Like right before like all this Rock and Cody stuff started happening. And I just, if Cody loses, it's gonna a lot of shit's gonna get fucked up if Cody does not win the title. So I think Cody finishes the story. I think it will be Bloodline rules. They're gonna overbook the crap out of it. I see all these different types of people getting involved that the Bloodline screwed over, like Jay, Sammy, Kevin. Like we said, I think John Cena's, he said he's available for WrestleMania. I think this is going to be what he does. He'll come out and he'll probably blow with Solo, like to the back and all that type of stuff. I think we're going to get a big return of like Stone Cold Steve Austin here and everything. Like, I think this match is going to be overbooked to crap, and I think Cody needs to win. I'm still, I don't fully buy it because of what happened last year and everything like that, but I think this has to be Cody winning. I don't think there's any other option. Like, we were pretty pissed last year when Cody didn't win. I think it will be kicked up 10 notches. I don't see like a good result of Roman winning. Like, I think it's gonna hurt everything that like WWE's been really building to. So, what do you think's gonna happen here?
Cody. Cody has to win. It's Cody. Biggest clusterfuck match of all time. Can't wait.
There you go. I'll say this: if Roman does win, he's definitely breaking Hogan's record. I don't see that's pretty much confirmed, which I hope doesn't happen, but we'll see. But yeah, that's our predictions for WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver. We're really excited about it. We still have Hall of Fame and SmackDown tonight, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm fucking ready. I am fucking ready.
Did this video get you even more ready?
I'm fucking so ready.
Just have a wonderful time watching these shows. I mean, there's other shows you can watch during WrestleMania weekend. You got other from all these different types of companies and everything like that. So that's gonna be fun. Just wear yourselves out. You guys deserve this. You deserve every bit of like wrestling you're gonna watch this weekend, no matter how small or how big it is. You just sit down and you watch that. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Before I get off here, is there anything you want to plug or promote?
Just fucking watch WrestleMania weekend this weekend. Enjoy it. I'm pretty sure we'll have a video coming out within the next week or so of our review of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
and Stand and Deliver, and it's gonna be a lot of shit that we're doing in the coming month. Yeah, it's pretty wild. WrestleMania is finally here. God damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And
So
also too, Triple H said today on the Pat McAfee show that in a couple of days there's gonna be a new era in WWE.
oh yeah, I can't wait to watch that. So that's gonna be fun.
Holy shit! What the fuck could that mean? That's interesting as hell.
That's why I think Cody. That's why I also think Cody needs to win because then it doesn't look. I don't think people will believe it if Cody loses.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, can't wait. But yeah, we have a few videos coming out. We'll probably record Monday our review of WrestleMania weekend, which will include the Hall of Fame, both nights of WrestleMania, Stand and Deliver, and then we're gonna do we're not gonna plug everything. Chris and I talked about it. At some point next week, we're gonna do like a channel update video since we've been so busy and stuff lately. We've been kind of slacking on our videos a little bit this time around and everything like that. We're gonna try to do a video to kind of talk about like what's to come for this channel and everything like that. Because Chris and I were a little busy. We didn't do as much this year as we did last year and everything like that. So we'll try to make sure we get all that done. That'll probably be like maybe next Friday, I think. We'll just do we'll just do a simple channel update video, unedited, because there's no reason to edit an update video. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We have a lot of stuff planned too. We got so definitely check it out. Chris and I will probably be talking about it when we see each other in person for WrestleMania. Probably not during the show, but we'll talk about it like after the show.
Yeah, no. Silence during the show.
No, but I'm not gonna
fucking beep out of you during the show.
Just nothing, not one word. Watch, I'll go to ask a question. You'll be like, no, not happening.
No, just shut up.
I feel like
shut up.
Well, that's pretty much it, guys. We will talk to you guys later on in life. Just enjoy life, enjoy wrestling, enjoy everything that you've ever seen in your life.
Enjoy this weekend, guys. We're finally here.
Well, not yet. Still got a day.
Well, yeah, but that's the weekend now. It's fucking Friday.
We'll see.
Fucking WrestleMania is literally tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This next week is going to be fucking insane.
Yeah. So I'm getting out of here. See you later.